Alright guys, we're back. Third time's a charm. Hopefully we are back to normal now. I'm very sorry about that. I think we're still in the same session as before, which is good. So that's decent. Apparently the live is unstable. But in the end, Corey was able to go fastest by 9/10 on his lap. And Zinc is in second, followed by Gargreaves. All Lachlan will be able to do. Oh, and he's gone wide. That's really unfortunate. Hopefully he can still settle out. I think he might have ring damage. Or he's got a lot of understeer at least. But he goes for a lap. And there he is. 1:37.4. He can definitely improve on that. Come on, Lachlan. Emilio. What is he going to be able to say about it? Is he going to start a lap now or is he going to head into the pits? No, he's going to head into the pits as well. So Lachlan is now maybe going for a second lap or maybe just heading back in. Zach's changed his username, so he's got his actual name now. So yeah, at the moment we're just waiting. And oh, Dark Fusion has decided to make an appearance. And he's coming around to start his lap now. Let's see what he can do. I'm actually going to analyse this one. Oh, and he's decided to not set a lap. So we're going to deal with this. So he's decided to go out, but not really actually do a lap. So that's quite an interesting call there. I wonder if Lachlan's actually going to set a lap. But as we watch, I would like people to predict pole position. It looks like Corey's holding it quite safely at the moment. Dark Fusion might be a bit of a time trial quali merchant. If Lachlan goes this wide during the races, he's not going to have a good time. But what's going on here? Maybe he's having steering wheel issues? You can actually see the tyres turning as well, by the way, which is quite cool. Is he just trying to warm up the tyres? Bit difficult to say, and he might have a bit of traffic on his lap. Maybe he's heading in. Again, I really cannot tell. And yeah, doesn't want to take that sausage card. And yeah, there he goes, he's going in. But it looks like Zinc is on his out lap. Gargreaves as well, not too far behind. Amelia hasn't set a lap yet, is going to go set one soon. Let's take a look at Zinc. I'd like to commentate over Zinc's lap. So he's currently P2 on his first lap. He's just trying to get his tyres nice and warmed up. And it looks like he's ready to go a lot faster this time. He was just setting a banker lap. So we get a lovely camera angle there. So, what's it going to be as he's charging up that ERS ready to begin the lap? Looks like we're having a bit of a stuttery stream, so I do apologise for that. We've got an unstable connection. So anyway, here he goes. He's going to be going on, trying to get as good of a time as he can in this qualifying session. We've got 9 minutes left, and he's going to be doing full ERS. So, he's coming around the final corner now, and he's going to begin his next qualifying lap. So, powering down the main straight with that Ferrari power engine absolutely roaring. And he might be met with a bit of traffic into turn 1, so hopefully they get out of the way sufficiently. And he's getting a nice wide entry, almost locking up into turn 1, taking a lot of curb on the outside to try and get as much of a good exit as he can. He's getting quite the toe from the Red Bull ahead. It appears to be Dark Fusion. And he's taking a lot of a curb. Oh, that looks like a connection issue. But might even be skidding through the corners just a little bit. Even yellow flags in sector 1 and 2. Dark Fusion's being disqualified for going the wrong way. So it looks like he's not going to get a lap in. But here comes Zinc. He's heading back through into... Oh, and it looks like I have... does Lachlan need an invite? Have I disconnected? Don't think I have. Have I disconnected? Hold on, let me... I'm very sorry about this. I might have disconnected. But no, it looks like Zinc set a fastest sector. Did I need to invite him? Anyway, Zink comes around, and is it going to be a faster time? Ew, it's 5/10 faster, but it's not fast enough to beat Corey. What about Gargrees? What has he got to say about it? Well, he goes and he's 2/10 behind Zink in terms of their speed. Will Emilio be able to do anything? Well, he happens to finish this lap right around the same time, and he gets a bit of a slow exit. And oh, he spun! Emilio, on his first qualifying lap, has spun the car around. Absolutely unfortunate. Oh, Zach's joined. So, looks like he shall be doing it as well. He won't be setting a lap either, but we've got 7 drivers. Sorry, I'm just trying to see if someone's disconnected. But here comes Lachlan. He's on his lap. He's trying to get as good of an exit as he can out of turn 1. Lovely camera angles here. The Red Bull in the American sunshine. Here he goes through the S's. He's absolutely dashing into here. Oh, taking a hell of a lot of curb as well. Lovely stuff. It appears that I am being pinged like crazy. If that's Zach, I'm going to murder his soul. No, it's just a separate server. So that's quite interesting. Anyway, here comes Lachlan. He is now going along the back straight. Or sorry, he's rather finished that. No, yeah, there he is. Back straight. Sorry, I was a bit disoriented. And anyway, it looks like we've got a few people in the VC. Yeah, so we've got Zink, Emilio, Gargrees and Lachlan in the same VC. I think Zach might be... Oh, yeah, he's joined us for qualifying. There he is. He's in the Alpine. Will he be able to go out and set a lap? Well, it'll be interesting if he does. And Emilio has set a time, but it's unlikely that that's going to be his real time, as he's now coming around to try and get into the pits in time to actually set a proper lap. But Lachlan, sweeping through these corners, is going to try and set the fastest time he can. Will he be able to get anywhere close to the top front row? Well, let's take a look. And we're having more yellow flags, which is quite strange. But here comes Lachlan. What's it going to be from... it's a 1:36.2. So definitely getting closer, but qualifying probably not his strong suit. He just needs to focus on a good result in the race for Red Bull. Corey going out for another lap now. He wants to secure that pole position. But remember, that where do you get the points? It's the race. So it's not going to be too much. I mean, obviously it's great to get pole position. You can start off with an advantage. And as Will Buxton says, if you start in pole position, you've got the other 19 drivers behind you. And I think we need to really analyse that quite heavily. No, but in all seriousness. Yeah, Corey obviously wants to solidify his pole position, although he's already leading by 5/10. But if Zink happens to just find another second or something, I doubt that would happen. But, you know, it would be very unfortunate. And Zach's also on his out lap as well. We'll take a look at his lap when he begins it. And it looks like there is Corey. He's starting his lap right about now. So, I wonder if he's going to be... I wonder if he's going to be beaten by anyone. I'd like to see some predictions in the chat if you could, guys. We've got 2 viewers at the moment because of the amount of disconnections I've had. And let's see. What's he going to be able to do? Well, he's coming round here. The McLaren. The lovely Papaya Army car. I wonder if he'll be able to do it. So, he comes round and he's going to start his lap now. So, he's heading down here. Up into turn 1. What's it going to be as Dark Fusion leaves the session? I shall send him an invite very quickly. It looks like a very clean turn 1. Trying to get as good of an exit as possible. And there he is. Taking a decent amount of curb there. Trying to get as much time out of these tyres as possible. And, oh, lovely stuff. Sweeping through the corners. Oh, and he's invalidated. That's really unfortunate there. So we're going to take a look at Zach, who's starting his lap now. Let's try and analyse as much as we can out of this lap. So, powering down the main straight. The beautiful blue Alpine. The French car here in America. It is going to be a nice clean entry into turn 1, not taking too much curb. It's Zach's one and only chance to set a time here in the race, for the race in qualifying. But he's going to sweep round nice and calmly through the S's. And as you can see, absolutely pin perfect on the throttle, taking a purple sector 1. And it looks like Corey's hopes may just be demolished. And oh, Zach, he's lost it. He's spun out. And he's going to have to try and get back onto the track to set another lap. But that's really unfortunate. And it looks like the next person who may have a chance at getting pole is Emilio. And there he is. He's going slow at the moment. I think he's going to try and go for a lap afterwards. So, is he going to set a time now? I haven't been able to actually watch someone fully do a lap. It looks like the commentator's curse. So, let's see. Will Emilio do a lap? Well, he's going to get on the power. Down. Into the main straight. Here he is. It's looking like turn 1. Where is he going to brake? The biggest question in all of this track that drivers always have debates about, and he's going to take a hell of a lot of curb there, trying to use as much of the track as possible. And into turn 1 now. Hopefully he's improving on his slightly poor time from earlier due to his spin. I'm sure he can definitely challenge for the front row. And he's taking a lot of curb there, a lot of bravery shown in his Ferrari, making the Scarlet Red team very proud. And he's going very early on the gear shifts, and he's invalidated as well. So, just like his car, it looks like his lap is going to be red. I'm not sure if he'll actually have time for another one. If he rushes over there, he may. But Zach is now going to do another lap. What's it going to be? It looks like he's going to have to start another one now. Will he have enough fuel for another one? It's difficult to say. It's looking like he's set a time, but I'm not sure if that's enough. But he is going down the main straight, and I wonder, will he be able to top Emilio in where he qualifies? So it's a matter of 5th versus 6th, and a matter of clearing those cars ahead to try and get to the win. Definitely these two tier 1 drivers are very, very able and have both shown themselves to win a race. Zach actually around here won the race, and he's only slightly slower, so it looks like he's still got the pace. But will he be able to maintain it through here? Trying to go as careful as he can. Yeah, as you can see, he's definitely been a lot more careful there. He knows he hasn't got as much grip as he'd anticipated. So, Corey still holds the pole lap from earlier at 1:34.6. And Zink on his out lap too may have something to say about it. But it may be too late for him. Zach now down the back straight. He's gotten a really nice exit here, so hopefully makes up a lot of delta. So, is it going to be enough? Well, we're going to about see his sector 2 time, and if that's going to be enough, well, I'm sure it was going to be purple sector. It is, and it looks like it's going to be a very quick lap from Zach. I wonder if he's going to be able to maintain it, and Corey's retired from the session. It looks like he's not going to be able to defend his pole position, as Zach seems to be snatching it from his hands very, very quickly. Is it going to be enough? As now Zach goes head on, and he's spun. It's really unfortunate, but Zach will not be able to challenge for pole position. That's actually a tragedy. And it looks like Emilio trying to go for as fast a time as he can too. It looks like he may be able to, and it looks like people now starting to retire from the race. From the qualifying, sorry. So, Lachlan's guaranteed that he's at least in P4. Emilio trying to get kind of sort of wade through these corners. Looks like he's not having a great time, but he's 3/10 off at the moment. If he can set a time at all, that would be ideal. But it's not looking amazing for him, as it seems to be that his worst time earlier was actually better had he not spun. So he wouldn't have needed to have to do this. And he's going nice and wide here, trying to carry as much speed through that corner. He's doing about 4 or 5 Gs there. And he's taken quite a bit of curb there unintentionally, but that will have lost him some time. So now the focus is just don't spin, Emilio. Just don't spin. Now, I hope not to give you the commentator's curse, but off he goes. And I think he has kept P5 or P6. And he's gotten into 3rd. Emilio is on the 2nd row of the grid. It's looking absolutely amazing for the Ferrari today. I'm sure he can definitely challenge for the win. And if we take a look at the final times, and I shall be taking a screenshot. I'll also be taking a picture on my iPad just to absolutely make sure we don't lose that. So it looks like we've got Corey. He is set a 1:34.6. And then behind him by 5/10 or 4.7 I should say, it is Zink in the Haas. The Ferrari of Emilio, as we just saw, challenged and managed to get within 1/10 of that. He was in for a 1:35.2, 1:35.3 for the next person, and you get the general gist of it. So we're off to the races now. Ah yes, if I check now, it looks like Lachlan was next. He was 5th, and the last 3 are all British. It's Lachlan, Zach, and Dark Fusion, who was disqualified. So hopefully he can prove himself to be a much better, cleaner driver this time than what he demonstrated in qualifying. I'm sure he definitely will. So we are now waiting for the formation lap to begin. Everyone selecting their setups and whatnot. And it looks like we just hit 50 followers, but then someone unfollowed us. How dare they? I'm very upset about that. Oh well. It doesn't matter too much. I spun twice to learn my phone. Yeah, Zach, come on man, you need to show yourself in the race. But we're beginning the formation lap now. Here we can see the tyres on the Williams jiggling about. So, Corey leads in pole. The one thing we have just kind of skipped out on is he managed to get pole. Hopefully he shows himself to be a bit more consistent there. I know he had to retire at one point. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not. But one of the coolest shots here, in F1 actually, is this sweeping shot of all of the drivers on the S's. And the predicted one stop shall be from a set of softs to a set of mediums or hards. Now obviously it's a 25% race, so they don't need to do the classic 2-stop because of the high tyre dead ground here. But it's going to be interesting to see, will they be able to take mediums that long? Will they be able to deal with the tyre wear as they're now heading into sort of the second half of the track? So, potential predictions for the win I want to hear. I think Zach could definitely come back from 6th place to get a win, which would make 2 in a week. I believe Struggs might have done that earlier in the season as well, I'm not sure. I'm definitely sure Emilio will put up a hard fight for the win. He's definitely going to be frustrated with some of the spins that he did in Tier 1. So he's going to want to keep going for Tier 2 and try and get a win at least here. I know he's shown himself to be worthy in, I believe it was Imola that he got a win. And so, yeah, it'll be great to see that Zinc may be challenging Emilio as well. But I'm sure the main contenders are Corey, Emilio and Zach for the win. Dark Fusion is a bit of dark horse though. I'm wondering if he will actually be able to do a lovely result here for Red Bull. It looks like Red Bull is the only team here that's got 2 cars. So they'll definitely be coming out of this victorious in terms of constructors, or you'd think that at least. So Corey's now lined up on the grid with Zinc. We're just waiting for the last few. I'm just going to take a look at Dark Fusion, who's now coming up to the final part of the grid. Looks like he's taking his sweet time, trying to make sure that he's heated up those tyres effectively. Is he going to burn out? No, it looks like he just wants to get to the grid. And he's trying to be as careful as he can. Doesn't misplace the car in any way. But it looks like we shall be starting the race very, very quickly. Now, very swiftly. Which I hope will be an adverb I use to describe the drivers here and their ability to drive. So, it's 5 red lights are out. And away we go. And it looks like the Williams getting a bit of a poor start here, and Corey already being challenged into turn 1. Zinc down the inside gets a good look on him, and oh, Corey goes wide, and that's going to allow Emilio to catch up a bit of time. 2 Red Bulls squabbling a bit behind, Dark Fusion already up into 4th, and Zach having a poor start as well, and he's trying to challenge for Gargreaves' place, and there he is. And now, if we take a look at this lovely cinematic view, Zach is all over them. And is Zinc going to carry this win away from the rest of the pack? He looks to be absolutely rapid on the start. So, I'm wondering what's going to happen now as we watch all 7 drivers coming down here. And, yeah, it looks like Gargreaves is a bit upset that Zach has overtaken him so quickly. So, will the McLaren be able to say anything about this win stealing? Well, we certainly got on a good exit, and he's benefiting from the slipstream. Emilio as well, like in the behind of him. So, he's catching up very visibly as well. And number 15, McLaren there, he's definitely caught up a hell of a lot. But Emilio is now out of the DRS of Corey already, as now the 2 Red Bulls squabbling. What's this? Looks like the wildcard absolutely hitting his other driver off track. That's Dark Fusion. And oh my, look at that. Absolutely godlike defense from him. And almost being pushed through the corners by his teammate, to be fair. But he's put up a hell of a fight. Obviously, if this was real and like significant, if Red Bull did this, they would be instantly sacking Lachlan for holding up their teammate just so much, almost causing him damage. And it looks like Dark Fusion wants to send one down the inside, as Zinc sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Emilio now lost a hell of a lot of time, and it looks like he's going to be in a bit of a race of his own for the podium places. But here comes Dark Fusion. Is he going to send one down the inside? Well, he certainly might. And there's Lachlan, and he's on the side as well, and he's pulling away. There he goes. It's Zinc for the win. Or, it feels like it's for the win, but he's just gotten past Lachlan, who has put on a hell of a fight. If we look at the back of the grid now, we've got Zach, and he's certainly making up a lot of time on Gargreaves, but he's having to slow down for these corners, just to make sure he doesn't, like, cause any damage to himself, really. And Corey's starting to lose out on time as well, if we look to the top left corner for the lead. But it's looking like he's still in the DRS for now. And yeah, he's made up some time over in the main straight. And oh, it looks like we're having some fights here. Is Lachlan having to give a place back for some reason? Well, Zach certainly passed him as well now. Bit of tyre banging. But oh, Lachlan, he's going to go for a move on the Williams. Is it going to be? And it looks like it was almost 3 wide there. Is Zach going to make the move done? Well, it's certainly very close. And the Williams now really struggling for the position. And there they go. Zach is putting up one hell of a fight. But it looks like Gargreaves doesn't want to let go either. And there he goes, almost challenging the Red Bull as well. But he's not going to get as good of an exit. And Zach down the inside. He's going to be getting one hell of a lift onto here. Hopefully he doesn't spin. Commentator's curse alert. But there he is. He's managed to make it up into P6. And he hasn't lost too much time to Lachlan either. DRS is now enabled. Will Zach be able to use that to his advantage and get ahead of Lachlan and try and challenge the Red Bulls and even catch up to Emilio as a possibility? Well, for now, we don't need to focus on that. Although it looks like the McLarens are catching up. And, oh, is that a move? On the outside, it's looking like a late move as well. But Lachlan knows where he's at. He's got great awareness of the car. Is he going to be able to defend from Zach? Well, certainly through these S's, he's got a bit of a safe chance. But Zach knows this circuit like the back of his hand. And he looks like he's literally slowing down for Lachlan. So he's going to send one down the inside. And he's done it. He's done Lachlan like a kipper. And that is absolutely done, said, and .com. That's your lot. Lachlan absolutely swallowed up by the pack. And that's quite unfortunate to say. But Gargreaves now fighting a bit with Lachlan. Zach's just got to catch back up to Dark Fusion now. Who's certainly benefits from this fighting around him. Now, if we take a look at the race leader, it looks like, oh, Corey's decided not to go for that move just yet. He wanted to pose a bit of a scare, a bit of a terror to Zinc. But he's certainly catching up as we can see him sweeping through. Oh, look how close he is to Zinc for the race win. It's looking like the McLaren versus the Haas. And oh, almost being pushed off track. Although that's definitely just some harsh racing. Oh no, it looks like Corey's been spun from the lead. I wonder what's happened there. Hopefully not caused by Zinc. But it's very unfortunate. And now Emilio is said, alright, my turn. And he's going to push his way through and try and get his way into the lead if possible. He's certainly going to benefit from the slipstream down this straight. However, if we're going to take another look, Corey still isn't being challenged by Dark Fusion yet. And we can certainly see Emilio hasn't caught up just yet. Gargreaves, however, he's not losing Zach. He's certainly not doing that. He's not allowing that to happen. So, as we can see, he's catching up. And he's only 4 tenths behind or so. And only catching up. Lachlan now starting to fall behind the DRS of the cars ahead. Really unfortunate there for the Red Bull. He's just got to keep the race going. And it looks like Gargreaves already not liking those softs. He's not got very much grip here. Might have pushed his tyres a bit too hard on the original lap. Let's see how that compares with Zach. Well, we can certainly hear the much happier Renault engine. But look at that. He's already pulled up so much time. And it looks like that might be his advantage here. He knows how to manage the tyres around Austin. So, we can see Emilio's now made up half a second in this lap. But, oh, what's that? Lachlan's made up a lot of time. Maybe it is just Gargreaves being slow. I certainly hope that I'm not just insulting him. But there might be an actual problem with the tyre wear. Well, Lachlan's certainly here to clarify things for us a bit easier. As he now sweeps through these corners for that Red Bull team. Is he going to be able to challenge for P6? It will certainly be a lot better in terms of points. Get an extra 2 points for his team. But let's draw the attention away from them for now. As we take a look at Emilio, who's now within 6 tenths. No, Zink's decided to pit from the softs already. He's definitely going for a bit of an undercut. And so is Corey. Looks like maybe Emilio's going for a bit of an ambitious strategy on these softs. Can he go for an extra lap? Go for the overcut? Well, it's looking like a lot of people have pitted. And now our new top 3, for now at least, is Emilio, Dark Fusion and Zach. And speaking of that, those 3, they seem to be very, very close together. And Zach is now heading throughout the S's, but he's almost less than a second away from Dark Fusion, which, you know what that means? He gets the DRS. You can see Lachlan as well, really closing up on Gargreaves behind, as we get this lovely camera angle of the blinding sun. And here Zach is. Look, he's within 8 tenths. of the Red Bull ahead. Is Dark Fusion going to be able to defend? Well, we've got a straight coming up. So let's take a look at Gargreaves on board. If we take a look here, we begin the straight. And we're going to have a certain Zach behind us. And it looks like I can't actually look behind me, which is brilliant. So let's take a look. Oh, Zach, sorry. Yeah, there we go. It looks like I just don't know how to work a steering wheel and its buttons. So, Dark Fusion, as you can see behind, he's definitely got some things around him, but apparently we're not able to look behind. And it looks like Zach spun! Oh, and he's been hit! It looks like an absolutely stupid move from Zach there. He spun and hit some people. That looks like a full core safety car, and Emilio did the right thing waiting, because here he comes, perfect timing, into the pits. He will be definitely below the Delta. Dark Fusion as well, going to make a very similar call. But, oh, that's absolutely awful. I'm not sure who hit the Alpine there. And is Lachlan going to double stack behind Dark Fusion? Yeah, it looks like he will. Oh, he's not really sure where the pit lane starts. Was that Zinc? I'm not really sure. But Zinc will be taking the lead of the race now on these mediums. I'm not sure if he made the right decision. But is he going to come out ahead? No. He's going to come out in P2, is that? Yeah, it's P2. So Emilio made an absolutely brilliant strategy decision. This would almost have its own Drive to Survive episode. And oh, he's going to have to slow down for the safety car. There comes Zinc as well. Decides to join the party. Dark Fusion. Oh, it looks like he's overtaken Corey in pit stops. Oh, I mean, this is just brilliant. Will Corey now be able to challenge rather than spinning out? I mean, it looks like he's still in P4 at least. But Zach had an absolute mare. I mean, that is just absolutely very upsetting. I mean, if Zach's happy to, I'd like to do a quick interview with him during the safety car. So, we're just going to head onto the chat. I'm going to ask Zach to do interviews. If you just bear with me. So I'm gonna.
Don't do anything.
Hey Zach, sorry to steal you from the VC like that. Would I be able to borrow you for an interview real quick?
Okay.
Yeah, sorry to steal you from the VC. Yeah, so what happened there?
I spun and then the car, I was trying to spin back around, just as you would, you know, putting on some throttle, spinning back round, and the car just wouldn't do it. It was just wheel spinning.
Oh, that's really unfortunate. Would you say it was a bit dangerous to try and do that while other drivers were right near you?
You see, it wasn't dangerous at the time because I was way ahead, right? But then it just kept wheel spinning and I couldn't change directions.
Oh well, I can't lie, Zach. I think the stewards won't be very happy with that, to be honest.
Yeah, well, the stewards can. Okay, I won't say that.
I mean, for those of you who don't know, the two of us are stewards anyway, so it's all just a big joke. Anyway, so we have got Emilio in the lead now. And sorry, Zach. Thank you for doing the interview. I'll put you back in the VC now. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
So yeah, we're back now, and I'm still in the VC in case anyone wants to join me. But it's looking like we're going to go for one more lap of safety carring until the halfway point of the race. So, if we take a look at Gargreaves, I'm not sure if he was the one who hit Zach, but it was very unfortunate that he got involved in such a fight with someone that ended up just DNFing anyway. Really unfortunate there. You know what, it happens. I'm very sorry about this bit. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the stream back up on my left hand side. Yeah, so just want to take this opportunity to remind you guys that you can check out our Discord, our Twitch, our YouTube, our TikTok, the Discord server, our website. There's a lot of stuff. You can even check out our Drive to Survive series on YouTube as well, and that will be on the Discord. So if you go check that all out, make sure you go in the Twitch bio to see the links for all that. So yeah, we've now got Emilio, Tier 1 driver, Dark Fusion, Tier 2 driver, Zig, Tier 1 driver, Corey, Tier 2 driver, Gargreaves, Tier 1 driver, the Wildcard, Tier 2 driver, Zach, Tier 1 driver. A little alternating pattern here. Now it looks like the drivers will be working hard to warm up those tyres, and then we can see behind the rear wing of Emilio, number 50. As he's swerving around, we've got the Red Bull behind, ready to pounce like real life. We've got a Red Bull versus a Ferrari. Now, will it be the same as real life, with the Red Bull coming out victorious, or will it be that the Ferrari will take the win today? Emilio has shown some certain consistency today, and the safety car is in this lap. So I wonder what will happen, as we're now waiting for the restart. We've got Zinc already desperate to overtake, which is actually no longer legal according to the steward guidelines. So Zinc, you need to return to that position immediately. Very good. Same thing for the McLaren there. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, he's not allowed to get alongside the Red Bull anymore. That is now against the rules. He must stay in single file behind them. So we're just waiting for Red Bull now. Ooh, sorry, for Emilio. And what's he doing? Zinc may be penalised for this. It's now in the new steward rules, unless it's not available to everyone, in which case I'm very, very sorry. But Zinc is not allowed to do that. So now the Red Bull is going to try and get a better launch, and he's even going wide to try and ensure that happens. And there, Zinc is the making of his own downfall. And look how hard the Corey is trying to attack on Dark Fusion. He's going around the outside, for God's sake, but Zinc gets the switchback. What a brilliant move. It's a battle of 3 for P2, and all this is making Emilio grin from one side of his face to the other. And look how close Corey is. He's just so close, and it looks like Dark Fusion even having to back off a bit as well. It's a little chain of people trying to get closer and closer to each other. Even Lachlan's involved in this. Like, look at that. Lovely stuff. It's a fight for P2 between 6 drivers on the restart. And there, Corey's going to get the very same slipstream that he did before, but now it's not for P1, it's for P2, because Emilio is just too quick. And there we can see the rear end stepping out a bit. Is he going to be able to get past all of that, even despite being a bit of bent out of shape through here? And it looks like we're having another little battle here on the straight. Is that the Williams coming over? And yet, he's gone for a wide entry there, and he's pushing the Red Bull nearly off track. And it looks like Red Bull are now the last team on the grid, despite starting 3rd this restart. That's ever so unfortunate. And look, they may even be fighting each other, as the Lachlan, it seems, is trying to catch up to his teammate there. Look how close he's getting now. But there, it's Gar Greaves versus Corey, even though Corey has a penalty, I've just realised. Gar Greaves also going off a bit. And they're all still fighting for P2. Everyone here is involved for P2, except Emilio, who secured the race win for now. We've got 5 laps left of this Grand Prix. Please let us know who you think could be driver of the day in the chat. That would be absolutely great. So, here they go. It's looking like Gar Greaves got a great exit, even better than Corey, and he's benefiting from the slipstream. Gonna have to brake a bit through these corners though, and look at that. It's just showing how bad the tyre wear is, that he's braking just so heavily. And Dark Fusion, still behind him, is falling out of that 1 second gap. And oh my, Gar Greaves really just finding it absolutely unbearable. He's just really struggling to even get through the corner, like having to absolutely wrestle the car. Just awful. But here comes the McLaren. And yeah, that sunshine is pretty strong, I must say. But he's got the slipstream now on the Haas. I'm not sure he's going to be able to challenge into this next corner, but it's certainly very helpful that he is so close now. Look, even making up time in the braking zone. And it looks like he is going to be closely followed by Gar Greaves as well, although locking up a little bit into this next corner. Is he going to be able to catch up enough to do the overtake? Because we always know as well that it's one thing to catch up to a driver, it's another thing to actually overtake them, as he's going wide again. Is he going to get another penalty? It'd be really unfortunate if that does indeed happen. If you take a look at Gar Greaves, again also catching up, and now the Red Bulls are out of the DRS, the cars ahead, and it looks like they have secured a 5-6 for now. Will the drivers ahead be pulling away from them, or will Dark Fusion actually have a chance at something higher than just a top 5? Which of course is still something to be very happy with. Well, we can see how close Corey is now to Zinc, so it's almost like we're looking in second person rather than first or third, as we can see the battle ahead from Gar Greaves' point of view, and we may even be able to see him get involved as well very quickly as Corey gets another penalty. So now it's only worth it if Gar Greaves goes all out now and tries to overtake Corey, rather than have to deal with someone with a penalty in front of him when he could be challenging for P2. And it looks like Emilio is just having an absolutely brilliant race. He's 2.5 seconds ahead, for God's sake. I mean, look, Corey now falling out of the DRS, and this is all going to be really upsetting to Gar Greaves, who is also starting to let Dark Fusion back into the DRS. But now, here they come down the back straight. They've all got DRS, and they're all going to be trying to catch up as much as possible. Even Dark Fusion as well now getting back involved with this little party. And it's a nice battle of 4 for 2. Will who's going to be able to get P2? It's difficult to say, but they're all on the medium compound of tyres. So, are we going to see Corey take back some vital points, or is he going to keep that podium only? Considering the fact that he was in P1 to start this race and he's down in P3 is not a good sign for McLaren. He's proven himself to be a very good reserve for Tier 1 in the past. I believe he was at Baku for Tier 1. So that was really handy, and it looks like the whole grid is starting to separate out, just like how all of the things in the universe are separating out as the universe is constantly expanding. A little bit of Big Bang stuff there, and I hope we don't see a Big Bang in this race. And I know I've just unnecessarily linked this to physics, even though I don't even take physics as an A level. But here we go, McLaren versus Haas once again. Zinc versus Corey. Who's going to get that P2? I'm sure they're both a little bit annoyed that their chance at a win has been stolen by Emilio. Absolutely snatched from their grip. And look, Corey's just like, he's only on throttle like 30% of the time. He's braking the other time just to ensure he doesn't spin the hell off. I mean, look, he's now fallen out of that second. And is Gar Greaves going to get the DRS on him and be able to steal it away? Who's joined the VC?
It's me.
It's Zach, everyone. Hello, Zach. Why are you in the VC?
Dark Fusion has been on AI since the safety car.
Really?
Looking at, yeah, I have the telemetry up, and it's like, he's got AI next to his name. He's had it there since the safety car.
Yeah, so Zach, aka Ted Kravitz in the pit lane, has just told us that there is an AI on track, and that is Dark Fusion. And funnily enough, this is not the first time he's done this. He always likes joining in and then going, whoopsie doodles, I've just realised I don't like racing. And then he leaves, and then he lets his AI continue, which means he will be disqualified. So absolutely horrible day for Red Bull today. And it looks like if he is disqualified, Zach will take P6, even though he's DNF'd. However, yeah, so thank you, Zach, for that information. Very, very useful stuff.
Right, I will be going back to the pit lane.
As now Lachlan has DNF, thank you, Zach. And what has happened for Red Bull here? Oh, dearie me. Lachlan must have crashed at least. There's a yellow flag, but not a full car safety car, not even a VSC. And that's really quite unfortunate for Lachlan. But Gar Greaves is now the only person challenging for any position, and that position is for the final podium position. And it looks like he's technically already got it if you consider the penalties at the end of the race. However, he is going to want to take that in track position just for a bit of security. 7 tenths behind, though he wants to catch up more. What's going to happen is 7 tenths becomes 8 tenths, and Dark Fusion, the AI behind, is falling further and further behind. The Williams here, look at him go. He's powering down here in the Mercedes powertrain. And oh, I've disconnected. I need an invite from another driver, possibly Zach. Hopefully, please, Zach. Is that everyone leaving the session, or is that just a different host? Oh, Lachlan just left. Okay, don't worry, I don't need another invite. Ha, my bad. Yeah, so it looks like Corey now defending like an absolute lion. He's trying to make sure that Gar Greaves cannot overtake him. And it's looking like Gar Greaves has still got something to say about it. He's got a 6-second penalty, so even he's going to fall behind Dark Fusion. And it takes a really wide entry there, so that might not be of the best ideas. The best of ideas, even. But it looks like Emilio and Zinc have solidified their places. The Ferrari power engines, and oh, thank you, Zach. It turns out I didn't need an invite after all. I don't think I am in an AI race. I'm going to double check. Hopefully I'm not actually just commentating over absolutely nothing. No, I am still in the correct race. So yeah, there is Gar Greaves. He is still challenging Corey for P3. But Corey needs to pull away now. It's the penultimate lap. And it's looking like he's going to lose this out. And oh, Gar Greaves nearly pulling into that DRS. Nearly going into his flashing red light, if you know what I mean. But Yeah, I think Gargreaves, he's got to do the overtake now to secure the P3, because Dark Fusion might be challenging him behind the AI, and I wonder what's going on here. Just in general, like it's difficult to tell if Dark Fusion is even an AI, but we've had 2 DNFs. Oh dear, that's like 28%. Like there's a 28% DNF rate of this race, which is normally pretty awful. That'd be like 5 drivers DNFing in the normal race. So yeah, there he goes. He's catching up slowly through these corners. Maybe he's got a bit extra downforce or a bit extra grip on the tyres. I wonder if he's struggling on those. But oh, it looks like Corey's gone wide. And is it going to be a move around the outside? No, Gargreaves just will not want to go that dangerous. That risky move can wait for another day. And he's decided to just stick behind and try and get him on the main straight in DRS. So, is he going to be able to do it? Well, we can see him right up his chuff there. Is he going to be able to do it? Well, the rear wing does indeed flap open. And he's going to catch up quite a hefty amount. So, I'm just taking a look. I have been pinged the odds time. New unreds. Yeah, nothing to do with me, I don't think. Anyway, there he goes. 5 tenths behind. Is he going to be able to do it on the final lap? We're obviously waiting for Emilio to win as well. We can even see Zinc in the foreground, not the background really. And look, he's almost like it's not like he's running out of fuel, but he is sort of struggling a bit for the grip. It's like that's how slow he's going at the moment. I'm just taking a look. Is anyone running out of fuel? It looks like not, but Corey's got another penalty, so that's pretty much guaranteed. He's not going to be going anywhere higher than P5 today. Really unfortunate for the pole sitter. 1st to 5th. I mean, that's just really unfortunate, to be honest. But it looks like Emilio is having an absolutely brilliant time. Dark Fusion now within the DRS, even though he is a bot, I believe. But here, Gargreaves, so close now. I think all he needs to do really is bring it home, as we're now waiting for the Ferrari to finish off this Grand Prix and finish off the week at Dakota for today. Toby, look in the M's after the race. I will take a look right now, actually. Oh yeah, so you were. Yeah, I'm taking a look. So it looks like yeah, Dark Fusion is definitely an AI, and oh yeah, so that's really unfortunate. No, Emilio spins, but he has won the American Grand Prix. Well done, Emilio. Zinc, and now is that Corey? Or is that someone else on the front at the podium places? I believe that is Gargreaves. So well done to those 3 for getting a lovely podium. Obviously waiting until the safety car was the best thing to do. Did someone join the VC? No? Okay, that's fine. So yeah, well done guys. I certainly enjoyed today. We had 4 viewers throughout. So that's obviously very handy. We're nearly a Twitch affiliate as well. We just need to get 1 more follower because it looks like someone unfollowed us this race, which is extremely upsetting. But here comes Emilio, the Ferrari, saying haha yes, as we can see, although maybe a bit contradictory there. And look, he's followed up by Zinc and Gargreaves in the podium spots. Well done, Emilio. You definitely deserve this win. And yeah, you've shown yourself to be very consistent. Enjoy it. Okay guys, it looks like, oh, I'm not going to be able to look at the race results, so that's just brilliant. But thank you so much for watching everyone. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Make sure to check us out next Tuesday, and we will see you then.